Hello, I'm Shaunna. I'm passionate about pages, and last night was so excited to start playing with the True Blues florals that are the December 2025 product of the month. I created this layout inspired by one shared by Stampin Up that had this photo of this gorgeous little girl, black and white photos on it, and using, oh gosh, I can't remember these flowers, but that's really, really pretty. And I'm also going to show you a card inspired by this one. I do know that as a single page layout, that would be a great title page. I have a new grandbaby coming, and I think that would be a great title page for his album. But I know that most of my customers and team work in 2-page spreads, so I extended it to a double page layout. And I wanted to give the option of having either larger photos or more photos in it. So I operate from the position that a 6x4 photo well can always be replaced by 2 3x4s or a 4x4. Okay, so when you're looking at a layout, don't think that you have to have exact matchy photo sizes and orientations. Do you know, like this one here could be rotated and it could be a vertical photo, and this one stay as the horizontal. This particular layout, when you look like from here to here is your canvas. So you could have 3 smaller photos running down in a row here. You know, there's lots you could do to change up the number of photos you have used. But for me, I know that this workshop, this kind of configuration works really well because I actually take fewer photos of a lot of events now. I'm getting better at choosing the photos to take. And B, a lot of the things we're doing don't need a lot of photos to record them. I pulled in this sticker from a paper pack that I've forgotten. Never mind. And I went through my stash. I don't know about you, but when I cut up foliage, I often cut extras while I'm cutting it, and then I have, a container, a bag that's got the foliage in it. And I came across a whole lot of silver foliage that was from a kit several years ago, and I thought, that's perfect on here. And then I did have some extra greens and the deep blue, the like Night of Navy blue to pull in there along the way. So some of my favourite foliage dies are the beautiful Motifs ones. And then this one, which is retired, I believe, it's Endless, a golden greenery. Honestly, I cannot tell you how many times I've used these. So if you're new to scrapbooking, I would recommend one of the first purchases you make when you're thinking of dies is foliage, because I'm going to show you in a minute how it doesn't have to go with flowers. Alrighty, so for my flowers here, I pulled out Impressions Abloom. There's a coordinating stamp and die set. I've only used the dies here. And the thing I love about these dies is that you can choose to cut them just as a solid flat shape, or you pop in these little texture pieces, and then you get that look. And all I had to add was a little bit of ink on a blending brush to the middle, and it looks like textured and more dimensional along the way. These cute little flower accents also come from that set. Oops, there's one that's just fallen off as well. So that came together really easily. I haven't put a title on here yet because I haven't decided exactly what I'll use it for, and because it's not going to stay with flowers. So shall I show you how you can change the look of this layout by just taking the flowers away. Look at that. It's gone from a very feminine, maybe wedding, Mother's Day, garden kind of photos to like a layout that could be masculine. It might be of a hike you were doing, something like that. But I want to show you how I'm going to turn it into a layout for a baby or a small child. I'm bringing in, this is a product that's coming in January. It's called Sweet Bugs. There's a stamp and coordinating die set that you can buy. And I cut and coloured a whole lot of bugs and bits off the stamp set here, right? I just used the Stampin' Blends, which are really fun to use. 3 different shades of green here, 2 yellows and an orange on this one. And then these ones were just straight colouring, no blending on the bugs. And this one, I used an orange and a yellow to blend the blooms, and 3 greens for the leaves. Okay, so all we need to do is pop some of these around on the layout. And can you see how instantly it's gone from a very formal looking layout to something that's a bit whimsical, a bit more fun. Might have the little bug sitting under the canopy there. Might have the little bee over this way. Pop a bug here with the caterpillar. Maybe have a bee flying here. Maybe even another one coming over from here, so it's kind of flying over there. And this little bug could be here. Instantly, the whole mood of this layout has changed. Would you agree? I had toyed with the idea of a dinosaur page. I have some photos of an animated dinosaur exhibit at our zoo that I went on with my granddaughter, and it would work perfectly on here. So I may decide to cut and colour some of these and swap out the bugs to the dinosaurs. This is a great layout for lots and lots of themes. So tell me in the comments, would you go with the formal floral look, or would you introduce some other decorative elements like some bugs or some dinosaurs or some trucks or anything else? What might you put with this particular layout? Now, that's the layout that I was inspired by. Let's have a look at the card. This was a really cool card. I liked it. One of my customers, when I first shared the photo, said that it reminded her of a hug in a card because these 2 panels just wrap around the message, which is kind of fun, huh? So this one, I have stuck these down, but there would be no reason why you couldn't have a little bug on there instead of the flower, and this could be a happy birthday message, and that would make a really nice card for a kid or a bug lover. So it's nice and easy. You start with a panel, I think it's 11 3/4, and you don't taper the cardstock. You cut these panels first and glue them down, and then you just trim the cardstock to fit around them. I tried it the other way, but if I was slightly out with my cuts on this, it didn't line up nicely. So that was my solution, because I'm always looking for the easy way out. Because the panel has a right angle here, it was easy to line up there and then just put it in my trimmer and add 1/8 of an inch along the way. And then you just make a little tag and decorate some bits. This little bling here, I love these ones. These are, they've got sparkles in them. They're called low profile sparkle dots, interestingly. And there's the yellow, the green, and the, it's a light Secret Sea colour there, I believe. Oh, it doesn't tell me the colours on them. But there's lots of dots on them. As you can see, the last project I was doing, I was using a lot of the green. And now I'm moving on to yellow and perhaps the blue. So that's a bit of inspo. Now, I've made a handout for each of these, the double page layout and the card with measurements and tips for putting them together. And I'm giving that away to anyone who adds the True Blue collection to an order through my shop. So this is the full paper suite, and through the course of the month I'll pop in with some other projects that I have created with it. Thanks for watching, and tell me, remember, what would you add on the layout, and maybe what would you add for the card? Bye for now.